strength that builds the nation. In every great structure lies a story of strength. A story built on trust, innovation, and resilience. From the coast of Kenya to every corner of the nation, Mombasa Cement stands as the backbone of progress. With world-class technology, sustainable energy solutions, and unwavering commitment to quality, we build more than walls. We build possibilities. Powered by renewable energy, driven by excellence, trusted by millions. Mombasa Cement, strength that builds the nation.
Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Voice podcast, whereby we entertain you, inspire and motivate you. So today at the particular episode of Get to Know, we have a wonderful guest, whereby she'll introduce herself, tell us more about her story. So at first, can you introduce yourself and also tell us a bit about your life and where you come from?
Naam, my name is Sauda Khalid Ahmed. I am among the youngest realtor in the Coast region. I work with Greenlight Real Estate Company. I am also a student at Mount Kenya University, whereby I hold a diploma in business management, currently pursuing a bachelor in business management, and also I am a business manager at Minat Bakery. Minat Bakery, which is a student that teaches the art of baking. And I grew up in Mombasa. I was born in Mombasa. Alhamdulillah, I did my studies in Mombasa, my primary level, university level, and I also work in Mombasa. That is Sauda.
So what is your upbringing like from childhood till now, where you are?
Naam, Alhamdulillah, I grew up in a very humble family, whereby I grew up with a single mother. My mom was the one that we were with. Alhamdulillah, we got the support from our uncle, dearest uncle, although our dad also supported us in one way or the other. We grew up as a family of 5, my mom and her 4 children, supporting each other. I was born in Mombasa, Bamburi. We stayed in Bamburi. After Bamburi, we went to Malindi. We stayed in Malindi. We shifted from Malindi, then tukaenda Kilifi, tukakaa Kilifi. After Kilifi, tukakaa Kilifi, I guess tukakaa Kilifi kiasi, Kilifi Mnarani. Then we came back to Mombasa. We stayed in Kisauni, Magorofani for 10 years. Then tukarudi to Bamburi. So alhamdulillah, at the moment I'm staying in Bamburi, Ratna Estate.
So growing up, what was your dream and your ambition?
My dream and my ambition. Subhanallah, I'm growing up with how we, like the family, just like I told you, I grew up in a very humble family. The way my mom struggled with us, the way we got the support from our dearest uncle, Baba Nasser, it was a dream for me to just come up, like growing up, to be someone in the community. My main priority was to look after my family, because alhamdulillah, we had everyone had this thing, like, what can I say? like you're growing up from a humble family, you will want to achieve something. And my biggest achievement was for me to work in corporate field. So that was one of the biggest achievement that I had made. Alhamdulillah, I'm in the corporate world for the last 3 years. I have managed to be able to support my family in one way or the other. I'm not saying I'm earning the millions or I can be able to support my family in the budget wise. Like budget yangu ya line sawa, but alhamdulillah I can support with them. That is the thing that I would want to say, inshallah.
So advantage and disadvantage umeona kwenye cooperative, because there's someone who is watching you now, she's saying I want to join the cooperative side.
Corporate. The first company that I worked with was Mombasa Maize Millers. I joined as a sales and marketing opportunity. They introduced it to me. They took me to the site. Imagine mimi naishi Mombasa, but then kuenda Malindi ilikuwa kunda, nadhani sijawahi kuenda, ilikuwa mara yangu ya kwanza Mombasa Maize Millers. Kwale, like that's the beauty. Yani when you're working with an established company, they introduce you the opportunity. Another advantage thing is when I was trying to thrive into the sales, hakuna event that will miss when they sponsor they will sponsor hawatonipatia yani the opportunity. I remember in 2023, I didn't know, mimi nimekuja kazini, but I knew there is an event wao wame sponsor. So I walked into the office, nikakaa. I was going to that event to support my sister. Naingia, then head of marketing akanifuata, akaniambia, Sauda, there is 1, 2 and 3 that we've been told. The director said that we want you to go and speak to a crowd. I work with my sister, yes. Tuna host zile event, but if you realize zile event mi huwa siko sana spot person. So I'm like, what do I do? How will I speak? Yani ni a crowd. Nadhani event I can mention Mombasa Youth Award ilikuwa Afra. So I'm like, nitaweza kweli? But good thing if the director himself saw that potential to me, so why not? I sat down, I remember brother-in-law really helped me. Kanambia, I need to prepare a script. It was the first time me being on the camera. And then video yangu kwa YouTube, I want you guys to see because I panicked, but alhamdulillah. I did it to them, they approved, nikaenda. And I remember I was also the youngest employee in Mombasa Maize Millers. The youngest employee being given an opportunity to represent Mombasa Maize Millers in Mombasa and in the coast region. Hiyo ni lawama, kumbuka, yani wamekuwa, they've been in the industry for the last 20 years. Asa wameniamini mimi nizungumze Mombasa Maize to represent them. Alhamdulillah, I went and I spoke whatever I did, and alhamdulillah, it was very nice. It was something that paka says nikikaa nafikiria, I'm like, that's the experience that if they didn't give it to me, I wouldn't have known. Says alhamdulillah, I can say I perfected. Now I can communicate in a crowd. I can present myself clearly into the sales, into the video marketing that I do in real estate. So that's an added advantage that I got from Mombasa Maize Millers. There are more and more. What I wanted to say will shift back to the disadvantages. Disadvantages, yes, they are. Considering my biggest challenge was, I remember I mentioned I was working with my sister. My sister is a sole proprietor company, so haina staff wengi. Staff ni mimi na yeye. Matters to do with decision making. Nataka kufanya 1, 2, 3, done and final. To kuileta Mombasa Maize Millers, it was a bit challenging because in corporate there is a chain of command, like line of authority. Like if you want to do something, you have to like project it, uweke kwa hapa, then ipeleke sasa. Like if it's the supervisor, approve, the manager, nini. At that time, you will want maswala ya sales. Sasa now you are selling to the community. And then there was a proposal that I had said. Although they approved, but that's mimi ndo nimeona like that's the biggest challenges to contrast from how we go hapo. It took time. Like paka nikapewa ka approve, mara boss hayuko, you have to wait, kuna boss you never there kuna meetings zake paka approve aje. So that is the biggest challenge that I had also gotten, the decision making. What else can I say? Matters to do with 8 to 5. wadogo sistangu okay uweza ukarauka from 6 sawa kama kuna orders nini 6 7 10 kazi sheisha ama 6 7 10 hapo ama uweza ukakesha usiku mzima asubuhi kwa huko hasa huko na change now I'm entitled I need to wake up 8 niko kazini 8 nishaka komeza na mimi natoka Bamburi Mombasa mizimila iko Kingorani kule. So now tena natumia tuktuk mbili because matatu hata hazifiki huko. So that was my biggest challenge. Nakumbuka na hiyo place imagine yani I don't know if it's new I had never knew the opportunity when I was silikuwa sijui direction. There are times that na tuktuk ninapotea. My supervisor will also attest napotea na niko Mombasa. So subhanallah yani like this field has really exposed me to location that paka says nasema these are the place that nimeziona. Nakumbuka the first month was a bit tricky but good thing I had a very good supervisor. She was understanding the fact that I will nikiingia tayari mbona unchelewa namwambia there is 1 2 and 3 she will explain. Alafu with future like nika catch up now sasa nikiwa ni 8 to 5 sometimes kweli utachelewa but that's the challenge. Maybe last I can be able to say is this goes to if people who are not used to the crowd yani if you're an introverted person back before I was the self-esteem was a bit low. If someone does something you will rather uwekele mwenyewe but usimwambie mtu. So huku I came with my sister only her yani tuko sisi wawili. Huku I work with a team which is 20 people. Sasa you don't know like character ya huyu tofauti, character ya Muhammad tofauti, character ya Hamisi tofauti. So now that's the biggest challenge because huwezi kujua you are entitled to be with these people from 8 to 9. Ujue yani kila siku 6 times a day manaka Saturday pia tuaenda. So that's another challenge. You have to study people because kukana watu pia ni vizuri. That's the biggest yani kukana mtu vizuri utu yani. Watu wasema milima haikutani lakini watu hukutana. Alhamdulillah, that's something that I feel like those are disadvantage.
So katika cooperative zote umefanya,
yes,
who always motivates you? Ama mtu gani unamwangalia sana sema I want to reach this place ama amekupush mpaka ukafika hapo?
Kufika hapa. First and foremost, my sister has always been my role model. Like the fact that she opened her own business with the challenges she got, she had to leave her studies, her university studies to be open that business. So I'm like, she did that and she is supporting because she was supporting the family including me before yani meaning to the corporate. So she was the one that was supporting. So nasema kwa nini yeye asafanye kila kitu? Kwa nini yeye ndo mimi nikitaka kitu ende wewe watu nyumbani? Yani sikuwa na nini lakini majorly yeye ndo alikuwa anachukua hiyo chance. Kasema let me just take this opportunity. Wacha mimi pia niende nikajitume, nipate hata kama ni kitu pesa kidogo ambapo nitasaidia. Kama yeye alikuwa akitoa 60, mimi nataka nikitoa 20, at least pia ninampunguzia ule mzigo. So my sister has been one of the biggest role models. My mother pia, like we grew up with a family as a I can say my family tumeishi kwa familia moja. So hatuseme kuwa there is this quote yasema kuwa success determine yani how you vision yourself yani. Si kwa mimi naishi na mke mimi maskini, sijui familia yangu maskini, basi mimi nitakuwa kwa maskini. No, you grow up as maskini, take that advantage. Mimi ninakosa kupata hii kitu ama ninakosa kununua hii kitu. So let me work for that thing. So my family is like something that when I woke up I'm like I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this because I know tukikaa tukipata chakula biriani hii pesa yangu. So that's like satisfy me. I'm like alhamdulillah. Hii Mwenyezi Mungu anipatia riziki and I'm able to enjoy it with my family.
So yes. What are some key turning points that changed your life?
Key turning points that changed my life. Subhanallah. Corona 2021. At that time I was still in high school. I was in Form 3 to be exactly. Yes, so hapo nadhani it didn't click me like what was nilikuwa kufanya KCSE hatukufanya. Ndio ikapelekwa sasa 2021. Hasa nilikuwa kwa mwaka wangu wa mwisho nasema mimi haiwezekani. Mimi she studied amaliza course girls akaendelea kufanya She was doing accounting, but then akasimama kwa sababu ya kufunga biashara yake. Then there is me, and then there is my brother, but then ngoja maliza. So what happened? Another thing was, mi nilikuwa nataka kuingia to corporate, but before I got into corporate, I really wanted to go to university because there is no one in my family ambao ameingia university. All my siblings, I'm the only one that got that opportunity. Alhamdulillah, namshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu. I don't know how that happened, but I pictured myself into this. I got the opportunity. My uncle was the one that supporting my finances in university. Nikamaliza, I graduated in diploma. He was the one that was paying me. When I immediately finished the diploma, sasa hapo nikasema, at least I'm holding something. That's the opportunity ikatokea sasa Mombasa Maize. I wanted to do attachment. Story, it's a bit ndefu, but then let me shorten it. I wanted to do my attachment, and at the same time kwa nishaanza kufanya kazi na sister yangu. But then I'm like, okay, so my sister understand the whole business with me at bakery. What can you do? Now, the corporate thing. I know Mombasa Maize that they have really helped us, alhamdulillah. They were supporting our event because our cakes, we use the flour. So like, let me just go. Why not? I went, I submitted my certificate, the resumes, and I got accepted. Nikafanya kazi. So I had the opportunity to go work with my sister. But then I wanted to, there's some people are like, oh, sister kwenda mkuajiri because it's family dini. No, there is a reason why my sister ameniweka katika biashara. She knows my value. Asa mimi pia nikajipiga nasema sawa, nishasoma pale. Let me just go out, get the opportunity ya Mombasa Maize Millers. Maybe the opportunity ngepata pale, I can just bring it back hapa to Minat Bakery and I enlarge it. Alhamdulillah, I really worked so well. I did my attachment 3 months and nikaongeza 1 month ya attachment wakanikubalia. The 5th month I went to with a proposal, like I wanted to be employed. They alhamdulillah, without thinking, like obviously we'll have the interview nini, but they saw wakaniajiri. I worked with them for like a year and I paka saizi, it's like one of the best things that has ever happened to me. Although I left because, as you know, we have to look opportunity into somewhere else. And mpaka saizi, I'm in the real estate industry. I have clients coming from Mombasa Maize Millers. Now sasa narudi kwa pale kwamba nini kukana watu vizuri. If I left those people in a way kwa huyu nini, they wouldn't. Ama sikuweza labda nisingepata ile nini, because alhamdulillah I have sold houses, and I'm telling you I've sold houses with people. It's confidentiality, I'm never going to say the name. But kweli nimepata pale opportunity came from pale Mombasa Maize Millers. Alhamdulillah, I joined Greenland Real Estate Company. I joined nikiwa hapa was the only, like apart from the front office lady Rahma, the back office I was the only lady. Imagine I had 3, like we had 4 men. Then mind you, 4 men, all people married except one. So their mindset was a bit different. Asa najitoa kule najileta huku. It was really hard. Let me say, it was really hard for me to now start. Like, how are these people? And I'm going to be sitting with them. Now at that time, wajua Uislamu pia, yani, like the free mixing and all that. Sasa kuna that distance for them. Once, if you want to set your boundary, you have to communicate. But how are you communicating? That's the thing. So I'm sitting with them. Wajua wale washazoea, yani wavulana waweza wakakaa, because you stay with these people from 8 to 9. Waweza wakakaa wanakuja na chakula, ama mkao piga story. Sasa ukiona ako peke yako, they will call me because that's the way in. Sasa kama maswala kula, there is no way unaweza kukana wao kula. So nasema bana, dini yangu yasema 1 2 3 nini, it's a bit challenge kwa Waislamu waelewa, na kuna pia Wakristo. So now they want to know, Sauda mbona yajitenga, Sauda mbona atakuja kula na sisi. Good thing when you approach that scenario ukawaelezea, it's open, they understand. So it took me time to learn. Alhamdulillah, I'm working with them, very confidential, very respectful, and it's a good team. May Allah bless the team that I'm working with. Yes.
So in precise, lessons gani umepata from the real estate, your sister, your family, the school life? Lessons.
What I will say is never have expectations. Always keep your targets wewe mwenyewe. Like even if you know like so and so can be able to do it for you, no. Wewe ifanye mwenyewe. That's the only lesson that I know. I'm like, if I but at the same time expectations zako should be guided on yourself. Like, I know I'm entitled to do 1 2 and 3. This is my work, I need to make this target, so do it. Hata if they will want to join you for you to go to that goal to achieve, let them come, but your main focus should be wewe mwenyewe. Like, keep, because hapo you'll have less trust, hautokosewa, you won't, like, the delay won't be there because wewe mwenyewe ushaji align. Fitna pia utapunguza because huwezi kujua, kuna mtu akutakia uzuri wako, kuna mtu hakutaki uzuri wako. So that is 1. 2, success is not easy. Success is never easy. If subhanallah, the real estate industry, I meet people, they have their own money, alhamdulillah, they have their own experience, but every time you sit with these people, they work extra hard, they work day and night, they sit there, they have their goals set, and they have a self-driven perspective. Why am I saying that? Because they know, like, if I'm not going to work hard, if I'm not going to do my best, then how am I going to achieve? Set goals, set targets. Like, know your notion. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how to say, mimi nataka by mwaka 2026 I want to close 60 deals or 70 deals. That's my goal. Like, in any case, if I need to work on Sundays, I will. If I need to stay all night, all day, that's how you'll be able to get the success. In school, how should I stay in school? In school, I am not a group kind of a person. Mimi, I will rather come to school, go to the library, fungue vitabu vangu, nisome, that's it. But then people say you first in school, it can be very controversial. So I'm trying to change that perspective. So then kasongea watu how they go in another scenario. But me, my experience in school, Mount Kenya University, alhamdulillah, it is so good. Their way of teaching is so nice. Yani, a lecturer will come in, they will teach you in a way that is very nice. You have a question, you poach it to there, they will tell you. So the opportunity is once you see an opportunity, because imagine I went to Mount Kenya University, semester yangu ilianza 2021. What I did, how should I say, just help anyone. Let me just tell you, just help anyone, because you never know how Allah is blessing you in one way or the other. Because 2021, there's this organization that was going on, maswala ya student counseling and all that. They're organizing some da'wah conference. So I went in, I'm like, classes zangu zishaisha, nikaingia, nikasaidia nini. Nikimaliza, subhanallah, tell me why tumaliza within the event navishwa tag. You're coming into our student official will give you any post, but you have to stay with me. So that's opportunity, because university, Mount Kenya University is the biggest, it's a good university. You get to meet so many people. Other than when I was in university, that's the time that I knew I wanted to do sales and marketing, because it's the team that I was working with. It's the lecturers that I was attending their classes. I found one lecturer, she was doing guiding and counseling. Kakana kamwelezea, and she guided me because I saw the opportunity and she saw the potential, because you went to that class. That's the time that I made a choice, because initially after high school I wanted to do accounting because my dad is doing accounting and all that. But nilipoingia pale, the change, the meeting people, sitting with people in a way that is respectful, in a way that is boundaries. Most people asema, oh, mimi simpeleki mtoto wangu university, oh, sijui kuna free mixing. Oh, yes, people will go because university. Lakini ni wewe mtu wako mwenyewe, like nafsi yako mwenyewe, wewe unajiportray pale, wewe ni Sauda. Unajikinga vipi? Unakaa na watu vipi? Alhamdulillah, I got the opportunity, nikafanya kazi, nimekaa na ni heshima yangu mpaka saa hizi. Naendelea graduated diploma, na sasa hizi naendelea na bachelor yangu. Alhamdulillah. That is what I can be able to say, inshallah.
So Sauda,
Yes.
There's people ile opinion za watu wanasema kwamba kwa real estate ama is corporate, there's mostly riba.
Yes.
There's mostly riba. What's your opinion about that?
Riba. Mimi, what I can say, there's no riba. There's no riba into the real estate. The people that I'm working with, we have transparency. A client walks in, unampeleka kwa site, ashachagua nyumba, proof of evidence, sales agreement. The sales agreement ikishaekiwa hapo, you are entitled to pay anything. If the amount of money you purchased a 2 bedrooms at 4.5 million or 5 million, it will stay the same. Because mind you, the sales agreement binds 3 people. Kuna lawyer wengi hapo ndani. Lawyer wengi hapo ndani, developer wewe mwenyewe na wewe as the purchaser. So everything is just noted down. It's you to do your due diligence. Una lawyer, utamfuata lawyer 1 2 3, atakuelezea mimi nataka nyumba 5.5 huko hapa. What's the duration? It takes 3 years for the house to be completed. Ikisha kuandikia hapa, there are extra charges which are not riba. Extra charges zinakuja ukishanunua nyumba. As every citizen of Kenya, you are entitled to pay a stamp duties, utalipa stamp duties. Kuna the lawyer's fee, lawyer maana ndio atakusaidia masuala ya handover na sectional title. So stamp duties, sectional titles na lawyer's fee, those are the only extra cost, extra payment that you'll pay baada ya kununua nyumba. So if nyumba ni 5.2 ama 4, utaongeza kulipa tu hizo. Now you only pay it once. Ukishalipa ushapata title deed yako, nyumba yako. Stamp duties kwa government. Lawyer's fee ashakutumania lawyer ndio atakusaidia kutransfer from mother title ailete kwa sectional title. So there are some, what maybe I can be able to say, there are some developers which say kuwa maswala. So if you're buying an off-plan property, an off-plan property ni ile property tumeshapitisha kila kitu, approvals kubaliwa na county government, saizi tunaanza kujenga. So that time is a bit peak, yani ni mzuri mtu kununua nyumba. Sasa if you buy that house, I'm trying to interact kwa maswala ya riba, how people to miscommunicate, to watoe hiyo confusion. Ukishanunua nyumba, you are booking it by paying around 20 to 30%. Ukishalipa 20-30%, si nyumba haijaisha, inaenda for 24 months. Utalipa ile installment. Installment yake ni 24 months. Sasa watu wengine, some developers, they see ushalipa 30%, for the next 5 months walipa vizuri, yani month moja ukichelewa, hapo ndo huwa kuna interest wanakukata, yani vile umechelewa kulipa. Kama ni due by 35 kila mwezi kwa ushatoa haujakata, that's the only time whereby you are entitled to pay. Those are others. With what sisi mimi nafanya kazi nao, with the developers, with the company that we're working with, Greenlight Real Estate, they acknowledge that, manake hiyo ni kama lawyers, they acknowledge kuwa kunao hiyo interest, but then wame introduce another clause that says, we know that this clause exists, but you the purchaser and I the developer agree that we shall not take any interest from wewe na mimi, because it's against the Islamic sharia kupata the riba. So hii clause iko, but then kuna clause nyingine wata agree. So hapa developer atagree hata mimi nikichelewa hautonichaji interest. Na developer akichelewa usually kama 24 months, aseme kwa vitu zangu zinachelewa kutoka nje, if they exporting the materials 2 to 3 months, akichelewa yeye, sasa wewe pia hauwezi kumuitisha like interest ama nini. So that is how transparent development is.
So what does your typical day look like?
My typical day. So my typical day, just like I told you, I'm staying in Bamburi. So I have to be waking up all the way from Bamburi, or sometimes nearly if I stay with my sister. I have to be at work by 8. So 8 to 8:30, that's the time you are entitled to be at the job. Because 8:30, I have my notebook and my database that work hapo. So I take how many clients am I dealing with today? Are there follow-ups? Are there leads that I need to be closing? Are there meeting that I'm supposed to do? If this meeting is in the office, if this meeting is entitled to be at the project, whether ni kizingo or nini. So I take 20 to 30 minutes of the time, prepare it. I know from 8:30 to paka this time, break nini, I'll be updating my database. I'll be posting on social media. So I'll update my database. I will know. Hasa kwa siku, I have 10 people. Hawa 10 people na wagawanya vipi? Kuna 2 will come to the office. So I'll have a meeting within asubuhi from 11 to same if I'm trying to align from 11 to 12:30 to 1. Hapo ndo timing yangu kupata clients. I finish with my clients. I sit down. If it's negotiating term, we sit down, tumaliza kitu. If it's the time I'm closing the deal, then that's okay. Hiyo nishamaliza kila kitu. If it will take time, then after tusha accept, we are waiting for the negotiating, the client will go, and then mimi nitawapatia feedback. I break lunch, tatafuta lunch, I come back if I'm entitled to go. So now I plan. Nishamaliza follow-ups, nishadeal na huyu client officini, then now I go and shoot videos for my real estate, updating them. So I look either I have to be doing 3 to 4 videos because I need to post on Facebook, Instagram per day. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So I go Kizingo, Chuda. Mostly you find me Kizingo, Chuda, Nyali because that is the prime and that is where we have our good apartment. So I go take videos, nirudi. I edit myself because now we have 2 videos. We have the company's video and I have my video. So once the company kishafanya, when I edit, then I edit mine. So I edit my video and I post them on my social media. After posting, if there is no client, because kuna client you will find walking. Hakuna walking, I just mnakatakuwa hiyo siku shaisha. I do what I did for the day, namaliza who I have closed, who needs follow up. So now I plan for the next day. Kishafika hapo 5 clocking out, I have to go back to my university because just like I said, I'm currently pursuing a bachelor in business management. So I attend my class from 5:30 to 7:45, niko class in KU. After hapo, hapo na siku yangu shaisha. I go back to home and that's the routine of kila siku of what I do as Sauda.
Okay, mashallah.
Yes,
so habit gani ama routine gani umefanya it has changed your life?
It has changed.
It has changed your life ama it has made you to grow to where you are now?
Consistency. Believe that once you're consistent with something, because yes, it is very hard. It is very hard. There are times that your body needs to rest. And ukiangalia hii ni msafara. Like kuanzia uingie ofisini, ukae ofisini meet client, hapo client upata wawili, utoke client uende ufanye site, urudi sasa ushamaliza uende class. So that's something that tells me I know I have, yani kuna kitu nimeweka, like this is my plan. I really need to graduate in my degree. So that's something like, that's the consistent, like I need to do this because I need to graduate. Another thing, I'm entitled because those people who have employed me, the people that I'm working with, they're entitled. So I do my what can I say? I do my due diligence into the real estate. I meet my target. That's the only thing that I can be able to do. I do my target and yeah, it's not giving up. Although I can be running like my day could be all out, like consistency that tells me that's the beauty of the fruitful to become, inshallah. Because I know there's a place that I want to reach, bado sijafika. So the consistency na iman Mwenyezi Mungu atanifungulia. So that's something that I'm trying to target at the moment.
So how do you manage your responsibility, your time? Because unaambia toka Bamburi, studies, this family. How do you manage?
If my mom sees this, well, it is, how should I say, hard that does not explain the way how it is. I have not yet found the balance. Let me be very honest, because yes, you are entitled to be at home. Msichana lazima upike, usaidie, kuna watoto, sometimes my sisters lazima usaidie. So I do my best. Let me just say I do my best because natakikana kote. Skuli natakikana, nyumbani natakikana, kazini natakikana. A social life which is not important because Muslim niko peke yangu. Some friends that I go out with, but then it is paka saizi I'm trying to find that balance to know where I'm entitled, because kama nikifocus na kitu kimoja nitawacha. Like my mom will always complain, oh manake subhanallah, if I come out from manake before 8 when natoka mapema nyumbani narauka by 6 ama 7 ama sangapi, sometimes achelewa. Nikifika nyumbani saa 3, hapo saa 3 ninge jikoni. Sasa ile amani natoka nini na sasa she does not understand and I don't blame her because sasa wewe iko nyumbani na alifanya kazi miaka aliyotoka. So now we're trying to explain it to her, mama mimi natoka nini, but then uangalia pia jukumu lako nyumbani you are entitled to. So alhamdulillah najikaza nafanya, sometimes sitafanya nitatukana kiasi, but then that's it. It's very hard. School at the times I even miss my cats. because uko kazini. Sasa tuseme kama niko na site zote tutafika paka Vipingo, na kama cut tuseme from 5, mimi saa 10 niko Vipingo, ama kuna client anakuja nataka kumpeleka Chuda. So now what do I do? Should I leave my cut ama niangalie client? Na client atakuja yuko ofisini. Hiyo you're going to, okay, so you're going to close the deal, but then pia masomo. So the scenarios I even miss my cut. I don't do, I have to go and ask for makeup cuts, and I do it. Yes, it is not easy, but then I know, inshallah, I believe that Allah will make it easy for me. Inshallah. I have iman.
Inshallah, it will be easy.
Inshallah, inshallah.
So what do you do at your free time to relax or to recharge yourself? Because you're saying you can't, your day is so long, you have a lot of responsibility.
Alhamdulillah. So what do I do to recharge?
To relax.
To relax. First, I usually love to take my even eat. Another thing is the thing that I recharge is I love to reward myself. Just like I said, never have expectation. And the consistency, how do you build the consistency is by you rewarding myself. Hata kama no, it is hata kama. What I say is I recharge is leo nishapata tuseme like the whole day niko packed up. The next day effectively by Friday I need to go somewhere. I can just sit peke yangu. So I can just choose. I go to a restaurant, I just chill, I take good coffee, good tea, I sit, I recharge. Quran waeka wasikiza, we get to the view. Favorite place of Frodhan is one of a good place. We have others, Lighthouse. But then I really have to recharge. If I am not recharging, I am not acting. I have to just go sit down, away from the crowd, waka, wafikiria. But then that's time like you have more ideas that are coming in because your mind is so calm. Your mind ni ile yafikiria vitu vingine. So alhamdulillah, that's the time that I find I'm like, oh, kuna 1, 2, 3 if I need to do, I'll get some more clients. There's 1, 2, 3 if I take to my sister, we can do this video. By the way, kuna swali. So that's something that really pushes me. Like I need to, even if I make a sale, I need to reward myself. Lazima nende nje, I just buy something small to say me watch. I'm obsessed with watch ndajinulia because this is the time, because I'm rewarding myself to the extent kwa inajionyesha kwa I need to make money. Kama nitakuwa pesa sheisha, I need to make money to be able to reward myself. If you see it, it motivates me one way or the other, because kama if I don't reward myself, how will I be motivated to do more and more? So that's something that I know it can be able to do that.
So what advice could you give the person who is watching you? He or she is looking for the path
to do the same. What advice is I can be able to do? What I will say is the sky is the limit. That's the only best advice I can be able to tell you. Never limit yourself, because you never know where the opportunity will open for you. If you're entitled, you're pursuing your degree, finish the degree. You're entitled to go work, so you hakuna bonuses, hakuna motivation, do that work. You don't know how the opportunity will arise. Oh, mimi nyumbani nafanyishwa kazi nda kazini. No, just go, saidia kiasi, because huwezi kujua Mwenyezi Mungu aweza kufungulia riziki yako gani, kwa sababu wewe ushaiweka ile imani, and you know that waman yattaqillaha yaj'al lahu makhraja. Yani ukishua na ile kwa Mwenyezi Mungu atanifungulia, that something will divert you into that. Like do your best, make sure like your consistency is there, make sure you meet your targets, you do your best to be able to attain with what you want, inshallah.
So tukimalizia na maswali ya kizushi ya kuuliza.
Maswali ya kizushi. Kizushi, not zuchu.
Kizushi.
Yes.
So are you married ama do you have someone? Nato kama you're not married, tungoja lini ndoa?
Swali watu wanauliza sana. I'm still children.
You're above 20, you're not a child.
I am not married. Neither I'm also dating. I don't have someone into my life. I don't know. Inshallah, Mwenyezi Mungu, I mentioned it earlier, Mwenyezi Mungu kaleta riziki yake, tutaikubalia.
So tutakula biriani.
Hatujui yote riziki Mwenyezi Mungu. Mwenyezi Mungu asema yes, atakuja ataeleza kitu chochote. But then this is just me, because I focus on what I do best. Huku manake Islam yetu tukataza, so dating wala taqrabu zina. I don't go to that. Married bado riziki itakuja. Inshallah tuangalia Mwenyezi Mungu atatusahilishia vipi.
So what is the most useless talent you have?
Useless talent that I do have. La ilaha illallah. Useless talent that I do have. Useless talent is I don't know if I can say it useless.
Kuna watu wengine talent zao kulala. That's useless.
So I'm trying to say whether it's you can shoot. But anyway, it's useless. Well, how can I say useless? Useless thing. I feel like I'm someone who let me see. I don't think it can be seen. Next question. You watch it. Next question.
So nakuuliza swali la mwisho
Bismillah.
ili tufungie hii session.
Ndio.
So your sister, wewe, your brother, because I kinda wana mtandaona.
Yes.
You guys are good in social media.
Alhamdulillah.
So you guys are very famous.
Alhamdulillah.
How do you deal with that as a young person? Maybe your sister na brother yako, that influence waya pengine wajua ma influencers wengine wafanya kiburi, wanafura vichwa, hawasikizi watu, hawashiki simu. Hawashiki simu. So how do you deal with that? Alafu ukishajibu hilo, give us your parting shot na your social media. That will be all.
The influence. Yes, it's quite big, and alhamdulillah. I really want to thank the coastal region because ni watu wa coast ndo wametubeba. Alhamdulillah. Event zetu social media with people that I'm interacting with ni watu wa coast wametubeba. Na tunashukuru alhamdulillah. It has opportunity and disadvantage. Opportunities is when you walk into places you're known. So at least kama ni is the job ama it's a proposal that you want to pitch. These are people that we know. Shanifahamu. Matters to do with to say if sponsorship because we're trying to impact the community. Tukisema sasa tu relate na sister yangu. If you want to bring people because we are teaching students tuwafundisha watoto baking. Asa if the opportunities zetu zinatulimi sasa tunataka kuingia county government, tuingie the private company like Mombasa Maize. So the opportunity comes when we pitch that idea. Sisi we run this bakery and if it's something that we want to kusaidia hao wanafunzi wetu, it is easier. That's how influence come in. The disadvantage is I really complain about this thing. I don't know about them. Maybe I don't claim myself to be an influencer. If the people that I'm around with, they will know. I don't really like that term because mimi social media yangu subhanallah, I don't know how it will work. I'm going to be very honest. Mimi naamka tu leo naona followers zangu zapana because what I do, I just post like if it's a good day, I'm into vipingo, I'll just like the beauty. If you love the social media, you'll want to perfect it in one way or the other. But then say inkuwa one thing, I can never walk at the street without mtu kuniita. That is something that annoys me. I don't know about them, but me nasema hakuna privacy. Like how? Like you want, okay, me I mean nasema I want to live a simple life. Shanifahamu. There is no simple life if people can judge you with social media. Huyu wana sister yake ana bakri yake, sister yake mashallah ana gari ama brother yake ana gari. Mimi sina gari.
Let me cut you short. Wajua most ladies, young ladies,
yes.
How beautiful you are. Fall into temptations. Na wengine ujipata wameanguka mwivu. Pengine ushaipewa funguo ambayo benzi kwa hapo nje. Ama kuna brown envelope ina hela zako nzuri. Ili tu mtu apate maybe kuwa na wewe ili yani wataka kupanda ngazi lakini
kwa njia
utaki kwa njia ya nyuma. Hakuna lift lakini utaka kupanda mgongoni, utaki kuzipanda wewe hizo ngazi. I know there are a lot of temptations.
100%.
Wanaume wana adabu
100%, and I've also
wako.
interacted with such
Je, wewe
kind of
ushaizipata?
Damani. Yes, there are interactions, such scenarios, because astaghfirullah, yani what I can be able to say, mtu akiwa na akhlaki yake, akiwa na kishajua ile dini yake imekuguide vipi wewe kama muumini, it protects you. Wallahi, it protects you in one way or the other. So such scenarios, yes. See, I'm not going to mention what or nini, but there is a scenario that really happened to me with that scenario. Not ya Benz wala ya pesa, tuseme sawa, masuala ya pesa. But then nikafikiria nikasema, if I take this money and I do, what was that thing? Let me remind again before nije. My mom watches this video. Sitaki kudekolamu kama mamangu. What was it? Sasa hilo I'm like, sawa, if you'll get that money, to me labda mimi money nitai benefit kwa leo, sawa atanipatia hiyo pesa nini, but what happened kama ni character yangu imeniniyo, kama ni dignity yangu, that stain is going to be there in the next, yani forever. So hiyo kitu nasema pia Mwenyezi Mungu ametuguide, like sawa, like you'll enjoy leo, sawa utaenjoy leo, lakini what happened baadaye, mpitana huyu, sijui nuliwa huyu, sijui mfanywa nini, au sijui mpelekwa huku, sijui kuna bahari diani mfikishwa wapi. So that's something that people will always remember. So pia mimi nasema Mwenyezi Mungu ashanikataza, si katika mafundisho ya mtume wetu sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what should I do with? Kama mpesa sawa, Mwenyezi Mungu kama si risk yangu haitokuja, labda itoke hii, naweza kupata more than that. So that's something that really gets me, and alhamdulillah, wallahi, that amount that I refused, wallahi wa billahi wa I got more than what I was promised, wallahi, at 6 digits. Imagine getting a 6, because yani wewe mfikiria iman akhlaq yako, umejikinga wewe mwenyewe na ukatana nayo.
Hivyo umekataa mita.
Nimekataa.
So it's good to kujua values zako. So give us your parting shot.
My parting shot is I always wanted to help people once I was growing up. Like that became into me, like I need to help people in a way. I don't know kama ni pesa, ni dini, ni mafundisho, ni that's something that I grew up since we were staying in Kisauni. I didn't know, like I need to find money to help people. So that's something, alhamdulillah, Mwenyezi Mungu ameniintroduce to real estate, which I feel like real estate is something that makes me to help people, because people look for basic need kama shelter. Nyumba ni shelter, basic need yo lazima. So once they come to me and ask me to niwaoneshe ile nyumba yao, so I feel like kwani hakumfuata mtu fulani ankuja mpaka mimi. And once they purchase that house and they're like, alhamdulillah, mimi napenda hii nyumba yangu mzuri, asante Sauda, that's something that like I'm satisfied. I'm like, alhamdulillah, I did what I wanted, what I will have wanted to be. That's something that is.
So where do we get your services? Tukupata wapi mtandaoni, pengine namba ya simu?
Mitandaoni niko katika, na majina yangu ni Sauda Khalid Ahmed kila mahali. TikTok ni Sauda Khalid Ahmed, Instagram ni Sauda Khalid Ahmed, LinkedIn ni Sauda Khalid Ahmed, Facebook ni Sauda Khalid Ahmed, YouTube sijafika lakini inshallah nitafika. Namba yangu ya simu ni 0113562123. Hapo mtanipata.
So it was a pleasure having you today in our studio. Thank you for coming. So continue with your spirit, naendelea kuinspire watu. Sawa, tutengezeni keki nyingi tamtamu next time kuja nayo studio.
Inshallah. Mimi kwa mjengoni sasa sijui niambia kuleta meeting kida. Asante sana. Wabillahi tawfik. Shukran.
So thank you for coming. It was a pleasure having you.
From the coast of Kenya to every corner of the nation, Mombasa Cement stands as the backbone of progress.